Liverpool versus City, a clash that's defined Premier League dominance in recent years. But this time, it wasn't just a victory, it was a statement. Arne Slot's Liverpool didn't just beat Pep Guardiola's City, they dismantled them. A relentless 2-0 win, 19 shots to their measly 7. This wasn't just a game, it was a masterclass in pressing, defending, and pure attacking intent. And here's the best part. We are only 13 games in, and the Reds are already 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Arsenal, Chelsea, nowhere near us. This is Liverpool season, and it's only getting started. So, let's break it down how Slot's tactical genius and the players' sheer grit left City in the dust at Anfield. Liverpool's attacking movement in this game was a masterclass in tactical balance. Within the familiar 4-3-3 shape, Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah caused all sorts of problems for City's defense. Their diagonal runs inside City's fullbacks were relentless, constantly probing for space behind the back line. And then you have Luis Diaz. Starting as a centre forward, he wasn't your typical striker in this match. Instead of just running at the defense, Diaz dropped into deeper areas, linking up with the midfield. This created overloads between the lines and opened up opportunities for Liverpool to break through City's compact structure. This combination of direct and subtle movement is exactly why Liverpool kept City guessing. The question is, was this a blueprint to outwit Guardiola's defense? Now, let's talk about how Liverpool expertly exploited City's pressing game. Whenever City pushed up to press, they left gaps in behind, and Liverpool wasted no time in capitalizing. McAllister played a key role here. By dropping deeper, he drew City's central midfielders out of position, breaking their shape. This opened up pockets of space for Diaz to operate, particularly around Dominic Szoboszlai, who was instrumental in keeping Liverpool's midfield fluid and unpredictable. Add to that Ryan Gravenberch's clever movement, shifting wide to further stretch City's central midfield, and suddenly, City's press wasn't just bypassed, it was turned into a liability. It's this combination of discipline and creativity that made Liverpool's build-up so effective. City were chasing shadows, and Liverpool were dictating the tempo. Now, let's switch focus to how City adjusted their setup and where it fell short. Manuel Akanji stepped out from his usual centre-back position into a double pivot alongside Bernardo Silva. This tactical tweak reshaped City's backline into a three-man defense, giving them an extra player in midfield to try and control the game. But here's the catch. They will struggle to pose a real threat in the wide areas. Rico Lewis stayed central rather than drifting out to the right flank, and Kyle Walker, known for his pace and overlapping runs, was unusually reserved. This meant City lacked their usual dynamism out wide, making it easier for Liverpool to stay compact defensively. For a team that thrives on width and creating overloads in wide areas, this conservative approach played right into Liverpool's hands. This lack of width from City made Liverpool's defensive job in the first half a lot simpler. By focusing on congesting the central areas, Liverpool didn't have to stretch themselves defensively. They stayed compact, closing off passing lanes and limiting City's ability to play through the middle. With Liverpool blocking the central spaces so effectively, City's back three and their deepest midfielder ended up with a lot of sterile possession. Sure, they kept the ball, but it was mostly in areas where they couldn't hurt Liverpool. It's a classic example of how defensive discipline and structure can nullify even the most dangerous of teams. Liverpool turned City's possession into a dead end, setting the tone for the match. In the second half, Guardiola made some key adjustments to try and break Liverpool's defensive structure. He gave Bernardo Silva more freedom to drop deeper, often moving into the backline trio. This allowed Silva to help City build up play and support transitions into the wider areas, which they had been struggling to exploit earlier. At the same time, Kyle Walker was pushed higher and wider on the right, offering City a much needed outlet. His advanced positions gave them the option to stretch Liverpool's defense, either by attacking around the outside or making runs in behind. These tweaks brought more balance to City's attack and forced Liverpool to adapt their defensive shape. It's a classic Guardiola move, finding solutions mid-game to challenge the opposition. Even with Guardiola's adjustments, Liverpool's defensive resilience shone through. City started moving the ball into the final third with a lot more intent. But Liverpool's well organized low block made it incredibly hard for them to create meaningful chances. Every time City tried to find that decisive moment, Liverpool's defense stood firm. Joe Gomez and Van Dijk were absolutely outstanding. They dealt with crosses into the box effortlessly, snuffing out any aerial threat. And Van Dijk, he was a true leader, superbly marshalling the back line and ensuring everyone stayed in sync. It was a defensive masterclass that frustrated City and showcased Liverpool's ability to stay disciplined under pressure. And there you have it, a dominant 2-0 win over Manchester City that sent shockwaves through the Premier League. Arne Slot's Liverpool aren't just leading the table, they're setting the standard. From brilliant tactical adjustment to standout performances across the pitch, this team looks unstoppable right now. With 9 points clear at the top and momentum fully on our side, one thing is clear: Liverpool aren't here to participate this season. We are here to dominate. If you enjoyed this breakdown of how the Reds dismantled City, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification so you never miss a moment of Liverpool's incredible journey. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who was your man of the match? And how far do you think this team can go? This is L.F.C Pulse bringing you all things Liverpool. Until next time, you will never walk alone.